from Podar Group of Schools. Sir, I would like to understand how such kind of conferences really help the industry to understand the education perspective overall, sir.
You know, one of the great things about conferences like this is we get to meet the other schools' heads and understand what they are doing and share the best practices. Because you can't live in isolation. In today's world, you have to have different schools who are collaborating. In fact, I've always said schools are not about competition, they are about collaboration. And platforms like ELETS, you'll bring the best school leaders on one platform and we can really cross-bounce ideas of our best practices and see how it's working in other schools, which really does eventually help the children. The idea is not about us sitting in a conference and talking. The idea is what difference can we make in the lives of the children in the classrooms for each of our schools. So it really depends on what we do after today. It's not the 1 hour or the 1 day conference. It's what happens in the school, in the classroom, after we go back.
Such an amazing session we had on 4.0 Industrial Revolution, sir. So what was the takeaway, or what is the message which you would like to say after this panel session to the other people who are hearing?
You know, one of the biggest messages that I would like to leave the people, your viewers, is that let's not keep running behind things like Industrial Revolution 4.0, AR, VR, IoT. These are all acronyms, these are all terminologies. Let's go behind what the value and purpose of them are. How are we improving the lesson delivery and enhancing the learning outcome? If we are doing that, then whatever the acronym might be, whether it's AR, VR, AI, whatever, let's see how we are making a difference. Let's not chase technology for the sake of technology. In today's parlance, in today's kids would call it FOMO, fear of missing out. So many schools, so many government bodies are just running behind technology. Why? Because everyone is doing it. The herd mentality. It can't be that. You can't be doing technology just to get on the bandwagon. It has to be about making a difference in the lives of the children in the classroom. If that is happening, then do it. Otherwise, don't invest in this technology, which in the first 2-3 months, you know, all the teachers are so excited. Everyone wants to do it. Honeymoon period, we call it. After that, what happens? They become fancy pieces of furniture gathering dust. That's not the purpose of technology. Let's see how we can really make a difference in the lives of the children. If that's happening, then let's go after this technology, whether it's Industry 4.0 or anything else.
So those we are talking about digitalization and technology. ELETS do have a magazine by the name of Digital Learning, which is a print. How would you still justify where the print is vice versa to the digital technologies and online, sir?
I think it has to be a balance of both. We live in a world where print is obviously reducing from what it used to be and digital is obviously increasing. But that doesn't mean that the print readership is gone. There are so many people who still like to hold the paper in their hand, hold the book in their hand and smell and actually feel it. They're the tactile kind of learners, what we would call them. And I think there has to be a balance of both. Otherwise, why are newspapers still around? Still so many people are reading newspapers, right? You have to balance both, but yes, of course, digital is also important. A lot of people are consuming content digitally now, which is also good.
Sir, if you can please tell me about the mission of Podar Group of Institutions.
The mission and vision is, of course, to spearhead young dynamic minds, to spearhead a global future. But more importantly than that, we want them to do it with ethics, values, and happiness. We want them to excel at what they are best in, maximize their inherent potential, rather than the school telling them, you should do only this, you should do STEM, you should be science or technology or engineering or maths. That's not what it should be like. Let's find the passion of the child, let's find what they are best in, and let's bring that out, rather than telling them that this is what you should do. And with that, you will bring the happiness and joy in learning, which is the most important aspect of a learner.
So, thank you so much, sir. We were very glad to have you over here. Thank you for being a part of this summit, sir.
My pleasure, Chandan.